This BMW 3 Series is nearly 40 years old.
And we just flew all the way across the country to help these two get their new shitbox through an over 2,000 kilometre journey of unforgiving Australian outback. But they didn't know that the following days would be the most unyielding and treacherous voyage of their lives.
The car doesn't start.
And it was our job to get them and their beloved E30 back in one piece.
Before we can even set off, we've already encountered some sizable issues. The ignition barrel is not where it should be, and for this reason we have like 3 different keys to start this thing. The driver's door is missing a handle. This side has more than just a door issue. The window won't go up. Oh shit. And under the hood, well, there's a lot going on out here. For starters, the overflow is held together by duct tape. We've got disconnected lines just about everywhere. And to finish off, the brakes, we'll call on Bob, because they're hella spongy. And since we're here to help, we'll try and fix this bloody window because I'm tired of the I think I found the issue. Let's try now. Hey, that's cheeky.
Great. Fuck that. Well, that's an easy fix.
I fear it will get stuck again at some point. And just like that, we're ready to set off. Peace.
But before the journey even began, we had to gather some supplies.
We made it. First pit stop.
We're on a budget, but we're gonna buy this
This is a budget build.
brake.
$10 is our budget.
We'll get some brake fluid.
Brake fluid.
We're not spending more than 2 minutes in
Brake fluid?
coolant top up, and we're getting a thicker oil because it's an old motor and we need to protect those beautiful.
We like to take a bit.
Perfect. This will get us home, boys.
So we're having to take the door part off to fix it for good. That's some shit with it.
Alright. There you go.
Now with that out of the way, it was time to start on the shortest part of the long journey home.
Holy shit.
Wait, he's looking at us.
Hey, that's respect.
Shut up.
So we're having a quick lunch break. These two lads munching away. Get the bonnet.
But it doesn't hold.
First issue is obviously the bonnet doesn't hold itself. But the next thing, yeah, that coolant bottle doesn't really do shit. Our overflow has just sprayed out onto the shroud. So what we're gonna have to do is we'll have to like top it up. But that wasn't all our problems. In fact, there was something much worse, poised to leave us stranded.
And that problem? Well, you're looking at it. Let me explain. This is the stock ride height of a BMW E30. Looks comfy, I know. But our E30, well, not only was it extremely low, but it was also filled with the weight of 4 traveling lads and their luggage. This meant every time we hit even the slightest undulation, we were met by this gut-wrenching sound,
Oh my lord.
chunking away at our already stretched tires. To make matters worse, we didn't have a spare wheel, and the possibility of reaching Melbourne grew slimmer with every passing moment.
You can definitely tell where it's scraping.
Despite the risk of getting stranded far from home, there was only one course of action. We had to roll the dice and keep pushing forward. And if by a stroke of luck we did make it to Melbourne, there would be no chance of completing the longer leg of the journey without major repairs first. So as we approached the Melbourne outskirts and dusk fell upon the weary crew, we sent out a cry for help in the E30 community. And after many, many fruitless conversations, we struck gold. A stranger reached out, offering not only new suspension, but a helping hand and a sheltered workspace out of the torrential downpour. And the best thing, he was just on the other side of Melbourne from us. By the time we rolled into the workshop, the clock had struck midnight, and even with nowhere to spend the night, we focused on the matter at hand, swapping in the new raised suspension. That'll definitely do it.
This is.
Oh my god, that's well higher. Yeah.
Another inch or so high.
I think I've got your nut, mate. Wait, that sounded weird. I've got.
Yeah.
To Mr. Brett, our knight in shining armor, thank you very, very much. The events that followed may never have happened without you.
Guys, we just woke up. It's early the next morning. We stayed up pretty late last night. We've had no more rubbing since then.
So shout out to that legend who helped us out at literally midnight. That was pretty beast. Now that the engine's been sitting overnight and it's got nice and cold, we're gonna top up the coolant.
That's enough.
Now that she's topped up, we're ready to hit the road again.
But before we left Melbourne, we did something that was in hindsight really, really stupid. With the E30 running better, maybe even too well, we started getting cocky. And this is where the second half of the story begins.
Not telling what's happening yet.
No, no.
A secret.
We just couldn't shy away from a good deal.
Do you mind if I start it?
Whoa, the door card just came off.
336 things.
Bro, this car is better than I thought it would be.
The clutch is a bit fucking weird. It's clean, like for the engines.
The engine's sounding nice.
Oh, it actually is.
Oh, it's got a pickup.
It goes alright.
Oh, we're too used to the M10, everybody. So don't think it's quick. It's actually slow as.
Nah, the car feel like it pulls like it should, I think. She purrs like a kitten, mate.
Sure, it had its problems, but following a successful lowball, the E30 had a new friend for the long road home.
What's just happened? What's happened just let me know.
The car doesn't start.
Yeah.
Do you think basically the starter's spinning without popping out?
And not 300 meters from the seller's house, we'd pulled over, waiting for the tardy E30 to catch up. But when we went to start it again, we just couldn't get it started
I
again.
just said we shouldn't get another. It doubles our chance of having an issue by having two cuts.
Clutch.
No, we can't. We're not giving the car back. I think we just got really unlucky. The fact that it started twice in a row when he wasn't looking fine.
Our theory was that the starter solenoid was failing, and that the starter pinion was spinning without contacting the gear that drives the motor. Hopefully with some love taps, we could knock it into place and get the engine running.
Nah, it's not the battery. All right, push start it is.
That's the unlucky shit I've ever seen. Yeah, Jordan.
No way.
It didn't even start.
Well, we heard the.
It did start, that was it. It was a and then nothing. No gas, no nothing. Thought it was flat, probably fucked yourself.
Okay, well, it'd be. Well, we probably have to try one more time, but I am losing hope here. What's that?
Wait.
What?
When you were trying to crank it.
What the? What happened?
Maybe our failed attempt at a push start jolted the starter enough to bring it back to life.
Wait, I think I was cranking it fine. I don't think I was cranking it wrong.
Nah, he was definitely cranky.
I reckon it is the start.
Maybe Jordan turned the key with more willpower this time.
I think the Bendix just got shook up. That's why I said try starting it now, because he moved the car a bit.
So what are we doing now?
We're gonna replace the starter.
But either way, we knew that the car we just bought wasn't a complete lemon, and that making it home was once again on the table.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so it's
Okay.
not related.
No, like Bendix didn't go. Yeah, sometimes it goes, sometimes it doesn't. After the recent realization that I was in fact not the issue, we hatched the genius plan to replace the starter with minimal tools. In theory, a great idea, but as it turns out, reality is a bit.
Holding the big guns. Oi, there he is.
Even with the assistance of our most devoted soldier, it was just one of those days. That starter was not coming off.
Rohan, troubleshooting.
We're gonna have to just hammer it a bit if we can.
Yeah.
Just to get it seated a bit more.
Yeah.
It's still a bit...
And after giving the starter a Thai massage and putting it all back together, she magically came back to life.
Wait, what's the time?
Yeah, cuts. 8 hours.
8 hours, there you go.
And with nothing to show for it, we'd just wasted 8 precious hours of daylight in a parking lot.
Oh,
Oh my god, the shift knob came out. What the fuck? That's fucked. Spent a fair few hours today trying to sort out the starter. And we didn't replace it, but it kind of fixed itself. And now the car actually starts without having to push it down the street, which is great. So we've got two little buddies, a 40-year-old shitbox and a 30-year-old shitbox. So Felix and I will be riding the... Holy fuck!
That's a loud ass Dakota.
Okay, so look, ride height is sorted on this thing. No more scraping for them. Regardless, they have 2 less people now. So it'll be a long drive. We've got about 18 hours of driving ahead of us. With hours to make up, we set off. But as we broke our new purchase in, we discovered many of its hidden talents. Like being a shitbox. So they say BMWs have overheating issues. Well, ours is just so fucking good, it's got underheating issues. The thermostat seems to be stuck open, so when we're low engine load, lots of airflow coming in, it's cooling the temps right down, and the engine's not closing it off, so it's just cooling down.
Obviously, we want to keep this car running as much as we can because it's got an issue with the starter motor. We come up with a solution. So we've got the nut filling up a jerry can.
Armed with a full tank of petrol and a jerry can just in case, we set to work in our Autobahn mile munchers.
And even on sketchy and bush-beaten tracks, the little 4-cylinder Hofmeisters putted on.
This is crazy.
Little by little, litre by litre, we burned the midnight oil. Close to 1 a.m. Felix is behind the wheel now. Well, it's nearly 3 o'clock.
Bedtime, we're gonna nap till sunrise.
Oh, fuck the chocolate.
Door card fell off.
An E36 is 11.6% plastic by weight.
What a surprise.
This thing is so fucked up. Look at this glove box.
Oh
Infinitely rotating key. Literally no shift knob. But she's gonna make it.
She'll make it. Bedtime, everybody. Night.
It's next morning. Sun's coming up. We just woke up. Let's hope the car starts.
Oh, first try. With the finish line in sight, we crossed off town after town after town. And aside from a quick stop in the picturesque Dubbo, harassed on the streets of Dubbo, let's hope. Fuck, I'm scared, bro. Don't do this to me.
Oh, fuck yes, baby. Get it.
We continued on our quest. Nothing was going to stop us now. Well, maybe something would. The Narrabri fuel stop was sketchy. Will she start? On first go.
We just gotta be careful that we can't talk cool.
Ooh, close. Third try is a charm. Actually, 3rd or 4th usually. And even though the car started self-recycling in its final moments,
Windshield is Jesus. I don't know if you can hear that over the camera, but
it didn't matter. Because nothing was going to stop us now. Against all odds, we tasted the sweet scent of Brisbane air. We're just happy we made it. The legs fucked.
In the middle of the road.
Another day.
Another victory.
Video keys.
Is that you recording?
Yeah.
Hey.
throw those away. Throw them away. Throw them away.
Look at the camera.